Welcome to SPS Education. Learn, grow, and succeed. Admissions are open for our premium courses. Get expert faculty and quality content.
SPS Education, where the students can learn, grow, and succeed in the future. So we provide the courses like +2 CHSC Arts and Commerce, +3 UGC as per the NEP syllabus, and also we are preparing for the CUET PG entrance test and CPET entrance test. Okay, so this platform is purely an online platform where you can able to learn at your own pace. So your future is our mission, and we will prepare you. So you learn today and you lead tomorrow. So just be with us. You can follow our YouTube channel, that is SPS Education 26, and the Instagram ID is given here, and also there is a website. So to know more details about the courses and the fees that are there in the courses, you can visit our social media channel. Clear? So let's come to the why to choose education, why to choose SPS Education. Because in this particular platform, you will be guided by the expert faculties, the quality content will be provided, and the comprehensive study materials will be given to you, like the PDFs and the ebooks and the handwritten notes, whichever is suitable. And the live classes and the recorded classes is also available. Those students who will not able to attend the live classes, there is a provision for the recorded classes also. So the students can learn at their own pace. And point number 5 is that the regular test will be there, and the performance analysis is also there, because those students will not able to perform clearly, so the feedback will be given to them. And purely the exam focus preparation is here, what the exam need and what is the demand, and what according to the pattern of the examination and according to the exam system, we are preparing the students in that manner. And there will be personalized mentorship. Those students who are lacking behind in particular test and in particular subject, then the particular your mentor will guide you accordingly. And this is a purely a student friendly platform. The students can learn at their own pace, and main thing is that where you are going to get the in the SPS education, the affordable education will be given to you and accessible to every area of the society. Even if you do not have the internet facility, where the internet facility there, you can able to download the PDF and the videos in their app, and you can see at your night or any places. Clear? So there is no issue at all. So live classes, recorded lectures, PDF notes, the test series, and the previous year question paper and mock test will be given to you, and one-to-one mentorship is facility also there. So don't get late, and just subscribe our channel and follow the Instagram ID and the YouTube links and the social media links, and download the app to know more about the courses and the details that is available in the Play Store in the name of the SPS Education. Clear? So next, move on to our today's discussion, and in this class I am going to discuss about the syllabus method of mathematics or mathematical economics. So here, under the semester courses, under the third semester, you have under the third semester there is a paper called, you have the core paper B2. Okay, that is your mathematical economics, mathematical method for economics. Clear? So those students who are pursuing their undergraduate courses having economics as a major subject, so the mathematical economics paper is, the students assume that this is a very difficult paper, and actually for the non-mathematical student it is quite difficult. But if you know the process, if you know how to do and how to read this mathematical and their implications, that is more easier than other subject, and it is also a good mark scoring paper. So nothing to be worried about, just be with us. And one thing I want to clear is that this paper is very, very crucial for many competitive examinations like your CUET, CPT, or your any lectureship examination and the UGC NET examination as well. So you have to prepare this particular paper seriously. So in this semester examination system, there is two paper, that is mathematics, one in semester third and another is semester fifth. In these two paper, you will learn the mathematical economics. So this is mathematical economics for mathematical method for economics 1, and in the 5th semester, you will have the mathematical method for economics 2nd. Clear? So in this 3rd semester, we will have the basic concept, what is the meaning of the mathematics and the different types of mathematical operations, functions, calculus, set, matrices, determinant, linear programming, etc. etc. We will see in detail in our upcoming slides. Clear? So let's come to the mathematical method for economics 1. Mathematical method for economics 1. In the first unit, you have the preliminaries and the functions of one real variable. So one variable function is there. We'll learn in this chapter. The first bit is set and its operation. We'll learn set and its operation, the meaning of set, and how the set theory operates. We'll discuss. We have given a brief note of this type of content you are going to have. And another, after the set operation, you will have the Cartesian product, how a particular set is related to the other set, or from that how a element of a set is related to the other element of a set, and we will combinedly get the Cartesian product and the order pair. Clear? Then after that, there is relation, how a particular set is related to the other set, and different types of relation are there, like your reflexive relation, asymmetric relation, and transitive relation. Transitive relation in economics is very important, because there is an assumption in the indifference curve analysis, the transitivity relations. Clear? So all these things we'll learn. And then we have functions and their properties. We'll know what is the meaning of function and how the different types of functions we'll discuss. So one functions, onto functions, subjective function, and etc. So many. Then after that, we have the number of system, different number of system, real number, rational number, integers, whole number, and natural number, and so many. We'll discuss about that. Then we have types of functions, examples. We have different types of function, like constant function, polynomial function, rational function, exponential function, and logarithm functions, and so many. Mostly we are not going to deal with the trigonometric function in economics particularly. Clear? So we'll talk about the normal functions. Next, the 7th bit is that the graph and graphs of functions. So what type of graphs are there, what is the meaning of graph, and how a graph, the shape of the graph is. Okay, so that will be discussed in this particular section. After that, we have the limit and continuity of a function. So we will decide the limit of a function and whether the limit exists or not. If exists, then we will define the limit of that particular function. Then we'll have the continuity, whether the function is a continuous one or discontinuous function, we'll determine in this particular unit. Next, we have the unit 2nd, that is the derivative of a function. After all this unit 1, then we have the derivative of a function, and derivative reflects the rate of change of a function. How a functional form, if there are two variables x and y, if the independent variable, that is x, changes, then how the y will respond to that particular change. So that will be studied in the rate of change, and that is called a particular tool that is called derivative in mathematics. And derivative and the scope of a curve, slope of a curve, that is scope of a curve, slope of a curve. How? Because the derivative represents the rate of change, and we can able to know from the first order derivative and second order derivative whether the slope is upward sloping or whether the curve is convex, concave, and so many things. Clear? So from the derivative we can able to know, and from the rate of change you can able to know whether it will be upward or downward, or it will be constant, and so many things. Clear? Next, we have the continuity and differentiability of a function. Here we'll also learn the continuity of a function, whether the function is continuous or non-continuous function, we can say. Clear? And what are the conditions of continuity of a function, that we will discuss in this particular section. Then we have the rules of differentiation for one variable. First of all, we study the one variable case. What are the rules of differentiation? I have written different types of rules: the constant rule, power rule, sum rule, product rule, quotient rule, chain rule, and so many things. So there are different rules that we have to learn in this particular section. Then we have the application, the relationship between total, average, and the marginal function. In economics, what is the application of this particular derivative function? Once we learn the basic concept of the derivative, we will apply that in economics, because whatever mathematics we are studying, that is being applied in the in the economics, so that application part will be taught here, how the total function is let total cost, total product, and so many things. Clear? Then we have under the section 6 we have the key takeaways. So these things will be learned in this particular unit 2, that is given as key points. Clear? So you can see this. Next we have unit 3. Under the unit 3 you have the functions of 2 or more dependent variables. In unit 1, in unit 2 we have discussed the rate of change or derivative of or rules of differentiation of one variable. But in the second unit we'll discuss about if there are 2 independent variables exist, then what type of techniques will be used. So a technique called the partial differentiation, keeping one variable independent variable constant or other independent variable is constant. One particular independent variable will change, and how that will respond to this dependent variable, that is taught in this partial differentiation technique. Clear? Then we have the geometric interpretation of the partial derivative, how this partial derivative can be represented with the help of the geometry, that is being taught in this particular unit. Next we have the partial derivative in economics, how the partial derivative is applied in economics, that we will learn, like in the your production chapter, like cost chapter and your utility function. Clear? So the application of the partial derivative we will learn. Then we have the elasticity of a function. Clear? So the price elasticity of demand, cost elasticity, and cross elasticity of demand we can have. Then partial elasticity of demand. So for the application, because this is the application of the partial derivative or the derivative, we will discuss in this particular section. Next we have under the unit 4 we have the matrices and determinant. We will learn what is the meaning of matrices, what do we mean by determinants, and what is the implication of the matrix and determinants in economics. First of all, we will learn the concept, what is the meaning of matrix, and how a matrix, general form of a matrix, can be constructed. That will learn what is the meaning of row and what is the meaning of column, and what is a square metric and different types of matrix we will discuss. Then we have the matrix algebra. It means addition, subtraction, and the multiplication, and so many things of this matrix algebra. Clear? Next we have the transpose of a matrix, how the transpose of a matrix can be drawn or can be achieved, that we will discuss. Next we have the inverse of a matrix. Inverse of a matrix, what is the meaning of inverse of a matrix, and how the inverse of a matrix is calculated, that we are going to deal in the unit 4. Next we have the determinants. Main important thing is determinant. What is the meaning of determinant, concept of determinant, and properties of determinant. There are different properties of determinant that we'll learn. Next we have the solutions to a system of equations. If there are different types of system, like your Cramer's rules we will learn here, and the matrix inversion methods are there. So if there are different types of model or if there are different types of system, then how we can able to find out the solution to a particular model, that we will be discussed in this solution to a system of equations we will learn. Clear? Basically we will learn the Cramer's rule and the matrix inversion method. Clear? Next we have, this is our up to this unit of 4, we have the mathematics for economics 1, that we'll learn in the 3rd semester, and after that we have the mathematics for economics 2, that we'll learn in the 5th semester, and that is paper XII. Clear? We learn in the 5th semester, because we have 2 papers in the UGC syllabus, one is 3rd semester, another is 5th semester. Clear? So under the 5th semester we'll learn little bit advanced than the basics or the 3rd semester course. So in the unit 1 we have linear models or input output model. Basically we are going to deal with the input output model, what is the basic concept of the input output model, and how and what is the structure of the Leontief input output model. One is static model and dynamic model, open model, and closed model. So what is the structure of this particular model we will learn, and solutions for the equilibrium output in a 3 industry model. There are different types of industry model, 2 industry model, 3 industry model, 4 industry model. We'll discuss about that and how the equilibrium solution can be derived. Next we have the closed model and the open model. We'll discuss in detail about the closed model, open model, dynamic model, and so many things. Next, move on to the unit 2, the second and higher order derivatives and integration. In our first semester, or that is third semester, or the first of this mathematical method for economics, we have learned the basic concept of derivative and integration. Clear? But in this second phase of this your mathematical method for economics, that in the semester fee, we learn about this higher order differentiation, how the derivative of a derivative, like first order derivative is this, and the second order will do another derivative with respect to that variable, and we can go for n order of derivative, and that is known as your higher order derivative. We learn what is the meaning of the higher order derivative and how we can derive this. The interpretation of the second order derivative. So what is the interpretation of the second order derivative? The first order derivative will talk about the direction of change of a variable, but in this we learn about the whether the curve is your convex or concave curve, that we can able to know from the second order derivative. Clear? So whether the curve is increasing at an increasing rate or diminishing rate, that will be known from this second order derivative. Next we have the second order derivative and the curvature of a function that I am talking about right now. That is how whether the curve is convex or concave, that will be known from this second order derivative. Next we have the concavity and the convexity. That is the same thing from the second order derivative we can able to know. And another thing we'll know, that is the point of inflection, because when a curve changes, so there is a movement from which the increasing at a increasing rate or that will turn to a increasing at a diminishing rate. So that point is known as your point of inflection, we can see. Clear? At that point, the increasing curve or a decreasing curve will change their slope. Clear? So that point is known as the point of inflection. We'll learn what is the condition of inflection, and we'll derive the point of inflection. Next we have the derivative of implicit function. So there are explicit function and implicit function. So how to derive the derivative of implicit function we'll learn. Next we have the higher order partial derivative. In our previous slide we discussed about the partial derivative, but we will discuss in this section the higher order partial derivative. It means if there are more than two independent variables, and we can have the derivative of derivative we'll talk about. Next we'll have the indefinite integrals. So there are two types of integral, we can say integration, that is definite integral and indefinite integral. So indefinite integral must have a constant, but the definite integral will put the value of that particular constant, then we will get the result. Clear? We'll learn about the rules of integration and the techniques of integration. So there are different types of techniques: substitution rule, by parts rule, and the partial rule, etc., etc., whatever may be there. Clear? Next we'll move on to the definite integral and the area under the curve. So by studying the integration, we can able to derive the area under a curve. So what is the area under a curve? Like total product, we can have the area under a curve. The like your consumer surplus and producer surplus, the implication of this we'll learn in our subsequent slides. Clear? So next come to the single and multivariable optimization. Single and multivariable optimization. Under unit 3rd, we have the single and multivariable optimization, and in this we'll learn about the optimization. It means local maxima, minima, maxima, minima, maximum point or maximum minimum point of a function we can able to find out. Next we have the relative minima and relative maximum. What is the meaning of this and what is the condition? What are the conditions are there? We'll learn. And necessary versus sufficient condition, first and the second order test using the Hessian determinant. So if there are so many variables, then the condition of the maxima and minima will change. So first of all, we learn the one independent variable, then we will go for the two independent variable. If there are so many independent variables, so how the condition and the necessary and the sufficient condition for the maxima and minima will change, and that we will discuss. And there is a particular term, that is Hessian determinant. We will learn if there are so many independent variables, then how the condition, necessary and the sufficient condition will go beyond. Next we have the economic implication of this maxima and minimum, because we are finding out the minimum point of a cost curve and the maximum point of the total product curve. So what is the implication of this maxima and minima in economics, that we will learn. Next we will have the first and the second order condition for the extrema of multivariable function. If there are so many independent variables, so what is the first order condition and second order condition, we will discuss. Next we have the convex function and the convex sets. So what is the meaning of convex function and what is the meaning of convex sets and what is the implication of this in economics, we are going to learn. Under the unit 4, we have the optimization with equality constraint. So there are maximum and minimum condition or the optimization condition if there is no constraint is available. But when the constraint is given to you, subject to, suppose for example you have given the money income, and within, by looking to that money income, you have to spend. So what will be your maximum utility that will derive? So that is called your budget constraint is given to you. So if a constant is there, then the maximum and minimum point or the maximum and minimum condition will change, their process will change. So in this particular unit, we will learn how the constant will affect the maximum and minimum point. Clear? Next, we'll have the finding the stationary value, the Lagrange multiplier method. There is a particular method is called the Lagrange multiplier method. So we'll learn what is the meaning of Lagrange multiplier method and how, and that Lagrange multiplier method is used when there is a equality constant and we are optimizing the function. Then we will move to the second order condition. Okay. Next, we have the Border-Hessian determinant. Again, we will learn about the Border-Hessian determinant in this particular section. And the decisions rule is using the Border-Hessian determinant. How we will decide whether the or what is the condition for the maxima and minima with the n number of variable, we will discuss. So this is all about your semester courses that you are going to learn, and the semester courses is comprises of for this so many other examinations like your CUET, CPT, and the UGC NET examination, and also the SSB lectureship examination. So in this first slide, I have given the UGC NET syllabus and particularly the mathematics syllabus, and that is mentioned in the UGC NET syllabus Mathematical Economics Unit 4, and under that we'll learn the set and function subline and continuity, sequence and series. Clear? And sequence and series is not given in your semester syllabus, that will be exclusively taken care of in the UGC NET syllabus, but the set, functions and continuity, all these are covered up in the semester syllabus. So those who are learning in this semester, so those students who have joined in the UGC NET also, the same courses will be provided to them, because the same classes best students will able to join. Clear? Next, we have the differential calculus and its applications. We'll have the differential calculus and its application will also learn in the semester courses, and the linear algebra, matrices and the vector space, all these are also included in the semester courses. Static optimization problem and their applications, we'll learn the optimization problem like your Lagrange multiplier method we discuss, and without constraint method we also discuss. Next, input output model and the linear programming. Actually the linear programming is not covered under your under your semester syllabus, but we will cover up in this NET syllabus. Then difference and differential equation, this is a purely separate thing. So linear programming is completely different thing, and the differential and difference equation is not given in your syllabus, your semester syllabus, but we will cover in the NET syllabus as extra lecturer. Clear? Next, we will have the mathematical methods in economics. Mathematical methods in economics. So this is for the CUET syllabus. So from the CUET syllabus, what is the mathematical economics portion is there, then I have taken it. So the first is the set and vector theory, that is also there in the NET syllabus and your semester syllabus. The functions of one variable and the several real variables and multivariate function, this is also there as well as in semester and your UGC NET syllabus. Integration of function, it is there. The difference equation, it is not there in the semester, but there in the your NET syllabus. The determinants of metric, it is also there in semester as well as NET. Linear programming is not there in your semester syllabus, but it is there in your CUET and NET syllabus. And the probability, that is actually coming under both mathematics and your statistics. So we'll cover up in the statistics section the probability. Under the semester courses, the probabilities cover up. Next, we'll have the differential equation. The difference equation and differential equation and linear programming is both these three actually concept is there in both UGC NET as well as CUET, CPT, PG, but that is not there in your semester. So keep in mind all these things. Next, SSB lectureship Odisha. The quantity methods are the mathematical portion. The syllabus is functions and differentiation. the functions and differentiation. We learn the types of function, constant, polynomial, etc. Rate of change and derivative, rules of differentiation, partial derivative, elasticity of a function, techniques of the higher order differentiation, second order derivative, convexity, concavity of function, and the point of inflection. All that are covered in the semester courses. Clear. Next we have the integration, that is also covered in our semester courses, and optimization techniques also covered in our semester courses and the CUT CPT courses. So this is the common syllabus for your lectureship exam as well as your CUT exam, and the CPT exam is that is covered under NEP courses. So that is the same syllabus and the NET examination. So overall, there are only excluding the three concept like your linear programming, difference equation, and the differential equation. All the syllabus are same. So almost 90% of the syllabus of mathematics is same. So we'll prepare simultaneously. Clear, for the SSB lectureship, for the your UGC NET, CUET, and CPET. Clear, and as well as your semester. So separate classes will not be taken for that common courses, but however those portions which are not covered in this common courses, that will be separately taken in the UGC NET and your CUT syllabus. Clear? Okay, so with this I finished my today's lecture regarding the syllabus discussion of mathematics. And this much of mathematics is very important. Wherever you go for the IIT exam and the other examinations, the mathematical knowledge is very important. And if you don't know the mathematical knowledge in economics, then you will not clearly come to the conclusion or answer, because this will help you for the clarity of understanding. In some university, the mathematics, if the students do not have the mathematics, they do not allow for the admission, like your IGIDR Mumbai, Delhi School of Economics. Even in the recent year, the JNU has also uh, uh, did not allow for the students those do not have the mathematics in their plus 2 level or in your plus 2 level. Clear? So you have to be prepared accordingly, because this mathematical section is going to be a game changer for you if you think that I am going to appear for the different types of entrance examination as well as your UGC NET, and I want to build career in economics. So with this I finish this lecture. Clear? So thank you for watching, and please do share with your friends so that you can able to start. And let me tell you one thing, we have already started our batch 1 from 16th July, and the batch 2 is going to start from the 1st August. So do not get late for the CUET and the CPET examination, and we will simultaneously prepare for the UGC NET examination. Clear? And the semester courses is also going to launch very soon, and we have started this as common syllabus. So our other faculties member will teach you the other paper. So I will be covering the mathematics and the other sections as the requirement. Clear? So with this I finished my lecture. Thank you all. Thank you for the watching.